Program your mind. Nothing is impossible.
Sharee English.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What brought you to this event?
Dante introduced me to the whole Forex, so I decided I would come out and see what it was about, learn a little bit.
I want to kind of like get it. I don't want to go to your whole background because that's null and void. We don't got to go on and all that.
Okay.
What makes a woman valuable?
I think just a woman knowing what her worth is valuable. Everybody's different, so it all depends. You just have to know your worth as a woman.
What made you get into the entrepreneurial business owner area as far as a woman? Because a lot of women don't get into that, they don't really get into to take charge and start their own thing. It's seldom, but what made you want to take charge and get into your own thing to start your own business?
I started working at a really, really young age, like 13. I was working in New Jersey. I worked really hard for everything that I wanted, and it was just like something that I didn't want to continue doing. I didn't want to clock in and work for somebody else and make somebody else rich, and I'm making them money and I'm making pennies. So I decided that I no longer wanted to clock into a job. I no longer wanted to lend my skills to making someone else rich and making their company money while I'm just getting paid an hourly wage. So I went into starting my own companies.
What's your idea of success? What do you think success is?
Well, I think success is really just completing a task that you set out to do. So if you decided that you wanted to open up a shoe store and you were able to go ahead and execute that and open up your shoe store and make it a successful shoe store, then that's success. Just basically, I mean, not everyone is super successful. You got people that are huge in what they do, and then you have people that are moderately successful. But I mean, if you've accomplished a goal, then you've successfully completed something. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that for whatever reason it is. Maybe it's fear that a lot of people don't branch out and do their own thing. It's fear of being outside of your comfort zone a little bit, because being able to start your own thing, your own company, it's a lot, and to be able to just go clock in and work for somebody is pretty easy, and you're getting your paycheck and it's comfortable. So I think a lot of people get stuck in being comfortable and having that, I get X amount of dollars every week, and you know exactly
but
what
if they let your ass go,
then
what you gonna do?
Have? Exactly.
You ain't got no type of hustle. You don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna be like, I can't be this because I don't own the bank. Right.
I don't own the bank. I didn't own this company. All I did was clocked in and worked for someone and made their company successful. And I mean, it happens because we all need people to make our company successful. Like what I do, I have people that work for me that make my company is successful. So I mean, it's a need, but I chose not to be one of those people to make someone else's company a success.
What made you start Urban X?
I started Urban X Awards in 2008 because I saw the lack of the adult industry pretty much like acknowledging our ethnic people in the industry. And when I say ethnic, I mean Black, Latin, Asian.
And when they do, it's like some negative notion when they do.
What it was they would take the token Black person or the token Asian, and there's never like a token Caucasian person.
Right.
But it's always a token ethnic person. And I just sat back and I watched and I was like, it's not cool, So I created Urban X Awards, and when I created Urban X Awards, I created it for everyone. I didn't create a show that was going to alienate anyone. I didn't create Urban X Awards and say, okay, this is for Black, Latin, and Asian, and no white people are involved.
Right.
I wasn't going to create another show that already exists. So I made my show for everybody. It's like a big family reunion. Everybody is welcome. Everybody feels welcome. Everybody has a great time. So, and they look forward to Urban X Awards. So that's what Urban X Awards is about, just unity and just coming together as one in an industry that is a multi-million-dollar industry.
Yeah,
so
I can dig it. Now, do you know anything about Ruben Capa?
I don't.
Oh, okay. He's some guy. Just to throw it off record, he's like launching this whole cryptocurrency for the adult industry.
Oh, see, now cryptocurrency is new for me. So I've decided to, after speaking with Dante, because me and Dante both came out of the same kind of background. Right. So I'm like, okay, I want to go learn about it, because I'm around so many people that make money and don't know what to do with their money. So whether it's adult entertainment, if it's dancing, or if it's doing movies, they're making a good amount of money where they're not investing it in anything. So you see a lot of people that were huge back in the day, and now you're like, but they don't have anything. They got nothing to show for it. They have nothing to show for it, and it's not taught. Like, the adult industry doesn't have financial advisors or someone to show you what to invest your money in or what to do with your money. So strip clubs don't have that. Like, you can go make $1,000 a day or more in a strip club and be broke the next day. So when Dante presented this idea to me, I said, okay, let me come learn about it, because I don't really know much about the whole cryptocurrency, but I'm learning. Right. So I'm pretty good at marketing, and I'm really good with dealing with people. So when I say, hey, I have a journey, I have a venture that I'm trying to go on, you want to come with me? I'm able to get people to come and join. What
would be your advice to any woman who's getting her money in the adult industry and she doesn't know what to do with it? What would you tell her?
I would just say to invest your money in something, whether it be, it doesn't necessarily even have to be cryptocurrency, because this is obviously, it's been around, but everybody's now, it's a wave and everybody's on it trying to ride that wave.
Yeah, don't try to catch a wave you don't know about.
Educate yourself, in anything that you're going to invest your money in. Like I always say, invest your money in real estate. That's something that's never going to go away. You know what I mean? Just invest your money in something so that you have something later on. Don't just put it in a bank, because your money's going to sit in a bank and you're not going to get any return on your money. It could be sitting in there for 20 years and you barely get any interest back. So I would just say, learn the industry that you want to invest your money in.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Absolutely. What's your idea of rich versus being wealthy? What's the difference, coming from a woman's perspective, coming from your background?
That's a good question.
You kind of know, like, I'm sure you've seen it. Oh, like, okay, that's rich, that's wealthy.
I've seen...
Exactly. Give me that now.
I've seen rich people, and I see how they live and move and shake. And I've seen wealthy people.
What's the difference?
Well, obviously one has more money, but
right. But rich got money too, though.
Yeah, rich got money. Wealthy people, I guess it's how you use your money, how you spend it, how you save it, how you invest it.
Don't say, I guess.
Well,
because
it's how you
know.
it's. I'm going to say it's what you do with your money.
It's what you do with your money.
It's what you do with your money.
Rich and wealthy is what you do with your money.
Okay, what's that saying?
Hanging around 10 broke niggas, you'll be 11.
Well, you hang around with broke people, you gonna stay broke.
Yeah, your ass gonna stay broke.
You gonna stay broke because obviously, if you hanging around with brook people, they not doing nothing, so you ain't doing nothing. You gonna be broke because you hanging around with them.
Right.
But what I can't think of the saying, but what is it? The rich. I can't think of it right now. You put me on the spot. I can't. It's gonna come to me.
Okay. It's good.
Why the rich people keep their money, basically.
Right. The rich stay rich for a reason, and the poor stay poor for a reason. But anyway, give me your perspective outside of that. What's the difference between rich and wealthy?
You got me on that one because I never really think about
you never thought about that?
No. I'm always like, okay, rich is rich.
Okay. Let's flip that. How much money do you need, or any woman to have, to be comfortable? If she's a hustler, she's a go-getter, how much money in bank do you need to be like, you know what, I'm cool, I'm straight. Like, I can make some shit happen.
I mean, that honestly depends on the individual, okay?
Okay.
It depends what type of lifestyle you have.
This is true.
And I'm not talking about like, okay, I need to go buy some Louboutins or something like that, because obviously those are wants, those are not needs, not necessities. Right. But I mean, you could be okay with comfortably living in an apartment for the rest of your life. Right. And you're fine because it's fine with you. Yeah, okay, so absolutely. it's not gonna, well, we live in LA, so apartments are like paying mortgages in some places. So it's a little expensive out here.
That shit is high.
But on a regular, or you could be the type of chick that's like, no, I gotta have a 6,000 square foot house. This is how I have to live. Right. I gotta drive a Benz.
And a dog that's 6 ounces.
Yeah.
With 90,000 square feet of home.
So it really all depends on what type of female you are. There's some girls that can live moderate, and there's some girls that need to be making $50,000 a month or more. Right. It depends on what it just depends.
Your standards
it really
are.
Depends on what your standards are.
If that's your standard, then that's your standard.
And I mean,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Fried fish or fried chicken?
Oh, that's hard. Both. Both. I need both in my life.
From where?
Home. Need to cook it.
All right.
Now I gotta go to the hood and get me some fried fish. That's where you get the best fried fish.
And you gotta have that with the mac and cheese and the greens, or you can get fries and mac and cheese.
No. Mac and cheese and the greens.
Mac and cheese and the greens. No French fries.
I mean, I could do it, but I prefer mac and cheese and the greens with my fish and chicken. I
can dig it.
Yep.
What you learning in Jersey?
What I learned in Jersey?
That got you to Cali.
I grew up in Jersey, so I went from New Jersey to college in Miami to here. So, I grew up there. So
that's what's up.
I'm a Jersey girl.
Are you a Redman fan?
I mean, I can't say I'm a Redman fan. But
Red is good.
He's cool. He's a sweetheart too. I know Reggie, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Reggie, I like that. You said Reggie. Reggie's cool. Reggie's good with me.
I've worked with him on a couple of things, Some great people come from New Jersey.
For sure. What's the spending limit on a first date?
What's the spending limit?
On a first date.
There is no limit.
Okay. You say that, but
who's spending?
Okay, all right. Let's just be realistic. You got a guy. Okay, a business owner or a guy that has a job, right? So you messing with a guy that has a job. What's his spending limit on the first date? Like as far as like universally, for a good woman, she's doing her thing, and a guy that has a good job, he has a career. You know, he might have a job, he might not own his business, but he might have a good career where he can like retire from that, whatever. What's the spending limit on that first date? Because nobody talks about this type of shit. It's
I mean, again, it just depends on what type of female you are. Like, I'm simple. I am super simple. Like, we can go to a regular restaurant. Like, the bill could probably come up to a couple $100, if that. Probably not even. I mean, then you got some girls that need to go to crustaceans where each meal is going to be $200
Every prawn
a
is
or
$7
7 course.
I took my mama there, and I'm like, anybody else going there? I took my mama there. That's it. We're not going to crustaceans.
I'm pretty simple, and you know, it really does all depend on who you're dealing with. You know, I'm not gonna try to go out with somebody that has a regular job and be like, we got to go get a 7-course meal where you're gonna spend $400 a plate. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You know. Right. So I'm pretty simple. I'm really simple actually. So I like basic stuff. I'm weird like that.
Fried fish and that fried chicken. If
you
know how to fry some fish,
I'm
some fried
so
chicken,
good with that. Like, we have this little happy hour spot that we go to, and it's bomb. Like, we get lamb, shrimp, bacon wrapped shrimp. Like, I mean, everything there, and it's super. Like, you would never know it's as cheap.
Don't name that spot,
but it is.
Because I don't want nobody to be like sending you food, Grubhub. Like, I know you didn't know, girl, but I was gonna send it to you. Like,
I mean, I think it's really. It just depends on who you're dealing with. Really, there's no certain limit, and there's like, oh, well, if you're only going to spend $50, we can't go out.
Right.
You know.
It kind of depends on who you are as a person.
Yeah, who you are as a person.
What you want to do for that person.
Yeah.
Who you trying to impress.
Like, because you can take me somewhere that's super cheap, but make it an amazing night. Like,
it has to be impressive. Like, wow, like, that cost that? That was nice though. It was a waterfall, but it was a taco spot. It had a nice waterfall.
And I love me some tacos, so I'm go to a taco restaurant all day.
Right. Like, is it Tuesday or it's Wednesday? So
we can do Taco Tuesdays.
I can dig it. Would you consider yourself spiritual or religious?
I'm gonna say spiritual.
Okay.
I mean, I grew up in the church. But I'm going to say as I've gotten older, I am more of the spiritual person opposed to religious.
Before you turn 21, what advice would you give any young woman?
I've always said, and I don't know if this goes for before you turn 21, but I think in our younger girls nowadays, because there are so many people that they think they want to
be like.
It's
I get it.
It's kind of hard. I just say, I tell all of my young girls, whatever it is that you do, own it. That's the advice I could give to, and I would say under 21, because you make a lot of stupid mistakes, and I wouldn't even say necessarily stupid mistakes, because every mistake that you make, it grooms you for the future. Like, I've made some mistakes, but it's like, oh, but if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have learned how to do this. So, you know what I mean? There's a lesson in every mistake that you make. So, I don't even know if we should call them mistakes, because there's a lesson
you gotta learn.
Right.
Somebody can give you advice, but you gotta be kind of like low-key live it before you can say, oh, I took your advice, but I had to live that before I can, you know what, okay, I learned from that.
So my advice would be, in whatever it is that you ladies choose to do it because you want to do it, and whatever it is that you do, own it. Like, whatever it is, own it. I mean,
I'm about that shit.
Yeah, like if
I did that shit because I'm about that shit.
Yeah, right. Because that's what I wanted to do, and that's who I am. Like, everything I've done. If someone says, "Oh, you're involved in the adult industry," I am involved in the adult industry. Right. That's a part of my life. Oh, you were a dancer. I was a dancer. Absolutely. I did those things that, I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done in my past. and I own. No one could ever come and tell me something where I'm like, oh my God, that wasn't me. I wouldn't do that. No, and it was me because I've owned every single thing that I've done. So if you're going to do it, just be able to own it. That's kind of like the best advice that I could give, because so many people, or so many of our young girls, want to be an Amber Rose or want to be a Black China, and want to, just, that's their role models nowadays, and they don't understand what comes along with that. Like, Amber Rose owned who she was, and owns who she is.
Is becoming still.
Is becoming, right. And everyone evolves. So that, and I think that's why she's very successful at what she does, because she absolutely owns who she is, and she's comfortable in her skin and with who she is and where she came from.
You know what? It's kind of crazy because it's like she's still going through her becoming who she is.
Absolutely.
Which gives her a new following.
Absolutely.
Every year she has a new following, because it's like someone's still they're figuring out who they are.
Who they are.
She's still figuring out who she is, kind of.
No matter how much money she has, no matter how many people, how many fans and followers she has, every day we're still trying to figure out who we are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I think honestly, we'll die trying to figure out exactly who we are, because every single day it's something different in our lives.
Yeah.
Whether it's a different relationship or it's a different job, different opportunity, we have to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I'm a strong believer in the people that don't have the success that they want. They're not exactly who they really are.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't know how you stand on that, but
no, I would
feel
have to
like
say that.
There's times in my life I felt like I'm not where I'm at because I'm not being exactly who I really am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think we've all been there, though.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people get caught up in trying to just figure out who they are and where they should be. Like, you try different ventures.
And being nice.
Yeah, like
oh, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be like, no, you need to be who you really are.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it's the way a lot of us are brought up too, though. We were brought up with you should be a doctor, you should be a lawyer, you should be, you know what I mean? So I think
the shit that don't really make no money, that you can get juice for money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think just it's starting at a younger age where it's like you follow your dreams and you be who you are sought out to be. Don't follow anybody else's dreams.
Right.
Like, you don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer if that's not what you want to do.
Discover who you really are,
and what you're good at.
Right.
Because so many of us get pushed into, you're going to do this because that's the family that you grew up in, and that's not really what that person wants to do. So you get lost, and now you're stuck years and years trying to find out who you are because you were lost trying to be somebody you're not for so many years. And I think it happens. I mean, it happens to the most of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
Definitely. I want to ask a question now. Do you own a bookshelf?
No, I don't own a bookshelf.
You have a bookshelf? You have a collection of books?
I don't have a book. I have a collection of books.
Okay.
But they're in a box.
Okay.
I used to have a bookshelf. But yeah, I have books that are just in a box that I haven't unpacked in years. Probably about 2 or 3 years now. So
she owns books, y'all. So anybody that's an intellect, this is not no regular woman. She owns books. She might not have a bookshelf.
I don't have a bookshelf, but
she got the books. Not magazines, because if you got a woman that got a collection of magazines, that's another story. But yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't read every day now.
No, I'm not knocking that. But for me, I mean, just off of me and my, I'd be like, you got some books?
Do you got
outside of going to college?
Magazine? No.
Yeah.
Nah.
For sure. So, in closing, anything you want to say? Just to, give a shout out, whatever you got going on, and
I got a lot going on.
Give it up.
Well, first and foremost, you gotta visit urbanxawards.com. I don't know who's looking at this, but please be over 21. No. I mean, I just want to say, if you have a vision, bring it to life. Like, and that's like a mistake that I've made a few times. A vision is just a vision until it's executed. Like with my award show, I had a vision. So many other people had that same vision, but no one executed it, and I did. So I just feel like you definitely, you can have an idea and it's in your brain and it's just an idea, and you might watch TV and you're like, damn, I thought about that. Someone executed it before you did. So make sure you guys out there, you execute your ideas, your visions, bring it to life, and just follow me on Instagram and Twitter, because we're going to be doing some things. I'm gonna take some of these worlds and combine them together, because that's what I do. I think outside the box. Like with Urban X Awards, for instance, the industry is very much divided, whereas they don't. Our BBW girls do their own thing. Our transgender people do their own thing. Our blacks, our whites, our Asians. Yeah. No one really comes together. Urban X Awards, I had a...
And the titles are like set. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. God damn.
Like,
There gotta be all that.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
I mean, it's the industry, you know? But I try to bring... I combine all the worlds together.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean...
I'm still mad I gotta look up ebony. Like... Even though I get it, that's a tree. It's a scientific name because the ebony wood.
Yeah.
But it's like,
but still,
why I gotta look up ebony, this, that.
Right.
Right.
But you know, I mean, it's the days to live in.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, just follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Urban X Awards. I love Stilts with a Z. Because we got some stuff that we're going to be working on. Sure. You know, we're gonna jump into this cryptocurrency world and make some moves.
Make some moves. I can dig it, and I definitely appreciate you, and I appreciate your time. And I don't want to hold you up.
Well, thank you.
Get to the money.
You know, hey, that's what we're about over here.
And that is you. Start indulging in things which cater to the imagination. So let's start seeing if our people can make a story that don't have the quote-unquote white man in it. We're doing it one thought at a time.